Chris Patton and Lucas Johnson here, back with you on DouglasCountyDigest.com for the non-conference game between two LOVC members. Arthur Lovington here on the road at Atwood Hammond. It's 11-9. Arthur Lovington has the lead after one quarter.
Both teams are in an awful big hurry right at the moment. We'll just have to see who slows it down enough to stay patient and work their offense and take the lead here.
I think the mindset of trying to beat that the press and the defensive full court intensity, you know, once you get past that, they're having a hard time slowing down maybe and running their offense, it looks like. Arthur Lovington will start out with the first possession. Curtis Plank has it. He gives it back to Maxwell. Maxwell now passes off to Evan Siegmiller. In the corner it goes now to Curtis Plank. Clayton Hahn has it. He puts it in the corner with Maxwell, throws a pass across the court, goes to Curtis Plank. Shot up and good for a three-pointer. Three-point basket by Curtis Plank makes it 14-9. Arthur Lovington, 7:34. And there is Atwood Hammond trying to take advantage. Cody Stevens tries to feed it into the post on a fast break, throws it out of bounds. It'll be Arthur Lovington ball.
It was a good pass. The receiver didn't make a cut to the basket there at the end to finish it off.
We've seen some good ideas, but just the execution hasn't been there a few times. Arthur Lovington has it now, and it's in the hands of Clayton Hahn. He gives it now to Curtis Plank. Plank back out to Maxwell. Maxwell to 22, Evan Siegmiller. He drives, passes it back out to Tyler Schuring. Shot up and good, another three-pointer. Lead is quickly going up. We've got a whistle, and we're gonna have a timeout, full timeout for Atwood Hammond.
A couple of big threes there to open the margin.
Arthur Lovington, you know, we mentioned they had the starters in, and then they brought in kind of 5 fresh bodies. They've got the original 5 back in, and they've been able to kind of distance themselves here, Luke.
A lot of fatigue for Atwood and miscommunication down on the defensive end, letting a couple of good three-point shooters get away. Like I said before, it's been a lot of in-the-paint battles so far, driving to the basket. There haven't been a lot of threes, so maybe Atwood is just packed it in so much that they're not ready for the three-point shot yet. And
Atwood Hammond was able to sustain some of their offensive turnovers when they had that defense dialed up and were kind of doing to Arthur Lovington what was being done to them. And now, like you said, they've stretched it out. Arthur's hit a couple quick shots, and that's how you get to be the 10th ranked team in Class 1A.
Yeah, they're well conditioned, and Atwood is not just suffering from the physical fatigue right now, but when that physical fatigue starts to hit, your mind starts to fatigue as well. So the mental fatigue right now is taking effect as well.
And of course, a lot of these players very familiar with each other. Of course, the close proximity, sure, but a lot of these players, you know, this is the first year Arthur Lovington and Atwood combined to play football together. So, and Coach Dale Schuring, also head basketball coach for Arthur Lovington, also the football coach there. So, you know, some of these Atwood guys have played their hearts out for him for several months, and now they're playing against him.
Yeah, and playing against guys you played with for the fall is got to be a difficult situation for everybody.
7:06 left to go here in the second quarter, and there is a turnover, and we have 2 turnovers in a row. The defensive pressure from Arthur got the ball away from Atwood, but couldn't corral it there, and a travel called against Curtis Plank. 17-9 is the Arthur Lovington advantage over Atwood Hammond. 7 minutes left before halftime.
Got officials time from tucking the jersey here.
Very tight confines, as we mentioned earlier, right here on the sideline. Cody Siemens inbounding the ball right on top of Arthur Lovington coach Dale Schuring. They shared a little moment there, rekindling their relationship from football season. Pass into the post goes to number 12, Jesse Ruff. We've got a foul called against Arthur Lovington.
I don't even think Atwood's taken a three-point shot to this point. They just work it into the post as much as they possibly can.
Evan Siegmiller for Arthur Lovington called for a block, his second, team's 5th. Get the ball in for Atwood Hammond to Kyle Weirman. Now it's back out top with Jordan Fagan. Fagan thinks about driving, pulls it right back, and takes it and passes it off to Logan Dukeman. Back to Weirman in the post. He's triple team, knocked away, rolls right back to Jesse Ruff. Siebens has it now, back across court, back out to Weirman. They are really collapsing on Weirman when they try and get it to him at the top of the post. He is being harassed tonight. Ball is now down in the corner. It goes out of bounds. It's going to remain with Atwood Hammond.
What makes it difficult in this gym is once you get it to the corner, you have about half a foot between the inbounds and the wall.
Yeah, there is very little room for the cheerleaders down in the corner. The referee has basically got his back against the wall there. Deep pass trying to go back the other way, and it's going to go against Atwood Hammond. Basically, it's kind of like a football play where the intended receiver has to play defense and become the defender. Over the back is going to be the foul call against Atwood Hammond. Number 23, Logan Dukeman, gets his first, team 6th.
That's one of those calls that can go either way. It was either pass interference on the offense or pass interference on the defense.
Yeah, Atwood Hammond unable to get the ball in underneath their own baskets. So they sent a guy deep, but the pass just didn't get there. And now Arthur Lovington will inbounds in front of the Atwood Hammond bench. Ball is out top right now with Curtis Blake. He drives to his right, dribbles, comes back. Number 2, Clayton Hahn's going to put up a 3, and there it goes. 3 3-pointers in a row have helped Arthur Lovington stretch this lead to 20-19, 6:13 left. Ball deflected and goes off the wall. Arthur Lovington really turning up that pressure once again off the made basket, and it's going to remain with Atwood Hammond.
Arthur's dialing in from downtown right now, getting a couple of high ball screens there to open up the cutter from the opposite side to shoot that 3.
An 11-point Arthur Lovington advantage with 6:10 left here in the first half. Jordan Fagan has it for Atwood Hammond. He dishes off to 23, Logan Dukeman. Dukeman thought he picked up his dribble, but nope, he still had it. He gives it back to Cody Siebens. And a lot of passing out top. Here goes Jordan Fagan. He drives, pulls up, shot up, no good off the iron. Tip back out, and shot up again, no good. Cody Siebens couldn't get it to go down. Arthur Lovington on the fast break. Pass about to go out of bounds. Saved by 12, Curtis Plank, but he turns it right back over to Atwood Hammond.
A little too much of a hurry on that one. They couldn't control the ball.
And we see 5 people get up right in front of us for Arthur Lovington. They're going to head into the game again. Kyle Weirman has it out top for Atwood Hammond. Now it's into the corner. And it's in the corner with Jesse Ruff. He gets it knocked away. Foul going to be called on Arthur Lovington. 5:22 left here, 20-19, the Arthur Lovington lead.
It's going to be interesting to see how Atwood reacts to another 5-man sub here. It's got to be mind-boggling to see 5 fresh legs come into the game and realize that you've been playing for the last few minutes and you have to try and guard them now.
Not a lot of programs this size have that advantage, but that's what Arthur Lovington is able to do so far this year. Inbounds for Atwood underneath, then right back into the corner. 3-pointer, Jordan Fagan up and good. There's that Atwood 3-pointer we've been waiting on. 20-12 now, the Arthur Lovington lead. And the fresh group of guys right back after it. Number 15, Anthony Hediger has it. He loses it. Here comes Atwood Hammond. Pass back there. Look to shoot. And Andy Webb back in the game. He had some foul trouble earlier. Takes it to the line. Takes it down to the baseline. Puts up a shot. It's no good. And corralled by no one. Knocked out of bounds off of Arthur Lovington.
Andy Webb just kind of ran out of ideas there and decided to drive after that little tip.
Tried to muscle it up through 2 defenders, couldn't get it to go, but it does remain with Atwood Hammond. There's a cross-court pass back to Webb. He gets it, drives to his left, guarded tightly right there, cuts it back out front, tries to feed the post yet again. There's another example of Atwood Hammond unable to get it into the post against this stifling defense.
Lack of execution. I mean, they're trying to get it into the post as hard as they can, but they need to make better crisper passes.
They're trying to thread a really tight needle. They're trying to get it through a small window of time there. And Arthur Lovington now takes the ball. They're up 8 points right now, 4:37 left to go before the break. The ball is out top with Caleb Schrock. Now we pass around out top. Number 30, Logan West has it. Back out onto the wing. We get it with Nick Martina. Here comes another 3 from Arthur Lovington. Touches every inch of the rim and goes down. Number 11, Avery Schrock, the latest Arthur Lovington player to move the score up by 3 points. And Atwood Hammond brings it down in the corner. Shot up off the back iron, no good. Weirman rebounds, puts it right back up, no good. And rebounded by Arthur Lovington. Anthony Hediger has the ball. 23-12 is the Arthur Lovington lead. Hediger drives and travels. He got caught between wanting to go to the basket and pulling up, stopping, and kicking it back out top.
Well, you can see why Arthur was so successful last year with 5-man subs and then hustling the ball up the floor every time they touch it. Make or miss on their end or on the opposing end or not, they are always pushing it up the floor.
This depth and this style of play is going to wear out a lot of the teams they will play this year, it looks like. Here comes Jordan Fagan, going to get called for the push-off. Called player control foul, goes against Jordan Fagan of Atwood Hammond.
Tough call on that one, a bad angle maybe by Jordan Fagan.
I think Coach Schuring letting the official know, it kind of pointed out to him that that occurred, and then the foul was called. He did kind of get that arm out there, but
yeah.
we see a lot of that in basketball.
You're seeing a lot of little hand checks like that sometimes are called and they're sometimes not.
They've gone uncalled so far until that one. Arthur Levington now has it in there, into the floor, knocked away, and here comes Atwood Hammond. Cody Siebens, breakaway, left-handed layup, no good. Just couldn't get it up there. He was guarded tightly, and we got a guy down over there trying to save the ball. Nice job by Logan West to keep it in bounds, and it goes right back into the crowd, though.
I feel bad for you. This is up and down. It's kind of hard to keep up with all these names and numbers and who's saving what.
We thought maybe if, with Atwood's switch away from the fast-paced Grinnell system, we thought it might be a little easier tonight, but that's not the case.
And Atwood setting up their offense and slowing it down and getting into the post. I think that Arthur's style of play is carrying over to Atwood when they take it on offense. They're trying to be in as big a hurry as Arthur is.
And they get it into the post that time for 2 points from Logan West. Go up by 2 instead of 3 that time. 25-12 is now the Arthur Levington lead. We've got a foul called on Arthur Levington, and Arthur is going to call a timeout. We have a 25-12 Arthur Levington lead. 3:14 left to go here in the second period.
I think Arthur's tempo is not only fatiguing the Atwood team, but it's also making them change their own style of play, what they want to do. And you see that a lot of times, sometimes in college ball, where the opposing team will try and hurry up their offense and make the opposing team's defense hurry up, and then it transitions over into the opposing team's offense as well.
That foul in the backcourt against Arthur Levington went on number 11, Avery Schrock. His first, team 7th. Both teams now are in the bonus. We're going to get a 1-and-1 here for Atwood Hammond.
Still not doing a terrible job of breaking the press. Atwood isn't, but once they get it down in the half court, the turnovers are killing them right now.
Turnovers killing them on their offensive end. On the defensive end, they've given Arthur Levington a little room to hit some three-pointers, and Arthur Levington's kind of put on a barrage here in the second quarter.
Atwood's, their communication isn't as good. They're losing, switching on guys and losing the three-point shooters out on the top.
Jordan Fagan misses the front end of his 1-and-1. Looked like it was going to go out of bounds for a second. Logan West corrals it for Arthur Levington. Avery Schrock brings it down the court, and it was in the hands of Jeremy Plank. He puts it right into the post to Nick Martino. We've seen that a couple times in a row now. They're able to feed it. Here's a turnover now. Caleb Schrock takes it away. He goes in, puts it up, and good. So we've gone from multiple three-pointers in a row to a couple two-pointers, and it's 29-12. Arthur Levington really increasing this lead. Yet another unforced error by Atwood Hammond.
There's the pressure right there. Arthur was out of position, but they had Atwood in such a hurry that they turned the ball over.
They break through that first line of defense, see an opening, try and get it there as quickly as they can, and it ends up hitting the back wall just beyond the baseline. 2:42 left to go before halftime. 29-12. It's a 17-point Arthur Levington lead. Arthur Levington has it now. Looks like they've got the most of the starters back out there. Then we're going to get a charge called against Andrew Maxwell trying to take the baseline. Player control foul on Andrew Maxwell. His first, team's 8th, but because of the nature of the foul, not going to be a shooting foul.
And Arthur's in a 2-2-1 full court with 2 guys up front, 2 guys at midcourt, and 1 guy deep just in case of the long ball.
Let's see how Atwood Hammond handles this, and looks like they're going to throw it away again. Just not ready for this pressure.
No, they're trapping at midcourt once they get right next to midcourt, and they're catching Atwood with their head down looking at the ball instead of looking up and finding where the other players are.
17-point Arthur Levington lead, 2:23 left to go before halftime. Arthur Levington now has it with Curtis Plank out top, tightly guarded by Logan Dukeman. Gives it to Tyler Schuring. He feeds it inside to number 12. That's Curtis Plank. Shot up, no good. They finally missed one of those 2-pointers, and we're going to get another foul on the rebound.
Good work on the boards there by Lucas Larimore. Fighting hard, got stuck in between 2 Arthur Levington players, and drew the foul.
Foul's going to be on number 12, Curtis Plank. His second, team's 9th. And we're going to get another 1-and-1 for the Atwood Hammond Rajas. 29-12 is the Arthur Levington lead. 2:10 left to go in the second period.
Spencer Kirby's trying to do his own as many substitutions as he can. He just doesn't have the same depth that Arthur is throwing at him right now.
He's their guys. You know, they came out and hung with him for a while. Were able to do it, and then, you know, just the extended pressure, the multiple, you know, people being thrown at you has really gotten to him. First free throw up and good for Atwood Hammond. Throw 29-13.
And Atwood's still right there. If they slow down their offense and not turn the ball over quite as much, they can break the press. They've already shown they can break the press. They just, once they get into their half court, they need to set up and make better, crisper passes.
Lucas Larimore with 2 free throws that cut Arthur Lovington's lead to 15 points. And Arthur coming back, or Atwood Hammond, excuse me, coming back with pressure of their own. Arthur setting up their press breaker here. Let's see how they handle it. Schuring gets it in to Clayton Hahn. And then there goes the pressure right back down the court. Hahn gets it across the midcourt line. He gets a screen set for him. Ball goes up, knocked away. Atwood Hammond takes it back. Cody Siebens has it now right in front of us here near midcourt. He's defended tightly by Tyler Schuring. Jordan Fagan has it now, 4-on-4 out top as he's being guarded by Jeremy Plank. Ball knocked away. Here comes Arthur Lovington. Tyler Schuring on a fast break, puts it up, no good. Ball bounced around. Schuring hustles back, gets his rebound, driving the lane. We're going to get another foul called. I think it's going to go against Atwood Hammond. Look, kind of waiting to see if it was a charge or a block or what.
Well, they're calling the hack across the arm on Cody Siebens as he was driving in the lane.
And we're going to get a 1-on-1, so it wasn't a shooting foul. And we're going to have Logan West. He's talking to his head coach, Dale Schuring, right now. And he's going to go back to the free throw line for a 1-on-1 because it is the 8th foul against Atwood Hammond, and it's bonus time here.
Man, it's still just a blur. Arthur is just up and down, and Atwood is trying as hard as they can to match the same spirit.
First free throw missed. Arthur Lovington's Jordan Fagan pulls it down, or Atwood Hammond, excuse me. And it looks like maybe Logan Dukeman got hit in the eye or something there as he had the ball out top. Weirman has it out top now. He gives it right back to Dukeman, who's still obviously affected. He's messing with his eye, maybe got hit in the contact or something. Bank three-pointer, no good by Cody Siebens, but he does track it down, chase it down, hustles across the lane. Atwood Hammond will retain.
From here, it looks like Dukeman has a cut across his eye, his left eye maybe.
Jesse Ruff had it here right against the sideline. Ball knocked out of bounds. It's going to remain with Atwood Hammond.
It's definitely getting a little more physical as the game wears on.
Dukeman's going to get a chance to relax here. They're going to put Andy Webb back in, and also Lucas Larimore's still out there. We've got number 12, Jesse Ruff's in, Jordan Fagan, and then off to our right, we can't tell who the inbound man in, but he gets it into Webb. Webb tries to drive, gets it knocked away. It stays in bounds. Tyler Schuring has it, and we get a foul before he tried to call a timeout. Schuring trapped along the sideline here. Tried to call a timeout, but he got hit on the arm by Atwood Hammond.
And a lot of the problem with picking the ball up on the sideline is you only have so much space between the wall and out of bounds. There's just no space.
Very cozy here in the Atwood Hammond High School gym. That foul was called on Jordan Fagan. It's going to be his third. Front end missed, rebounded. Schuring has it again. Now we get a long two, put up no good by Clayton Hahn. Rebounded by Cody Siebens. Siebens has it now. He's going to get looked like he was going to have a screen set for him, but he passed it off. Fagan drives, pulls up, shot up, no good. Rebounded by Logan West. Here come the Knights. Slow it down, nice feed into the post to Maxwell, and he misses, and we're going to get a foul against Arthur Lovington on the rebound.
Yeah, there they go again, right up the floor. Good decision to hesitate on the three and make somebody come out and guard him, and then pass it down into the post. It's unfortunate that he missed the easy layup, though.
Foul called against Logan West for Arthur Lovington. That is his first. It's the team's 10th. So we are now, Atwood Hammond is in the double bonus. They'll shoot 2 shots. 29-14 is the Arthur Lovington lead. 28.7 left to go in the second quarter.
You can tell that both of these teams have a large focus on defense. Arthur and Atwood's guards are in your face. There's not much space in between you and the defender while you're trying to dribble around the top of the key. And then once you get it down low, it's a brutal battle down low.
Andy Webb's first free throw is up and good, and now Atwood Hammond trails 29-15. He's going to get his second shot right here. Shot goes up. Shot is good. 29-16 now Arthur Levington's lead. 28.7. We'll see how they do if they hold for one here.
And Atwood slowly trying to get back in this, keep it as close as they can. Good drive to the good box out by Logan Dukeman.
Instead of holding for one, Schuring saw an opening, tried to take it, missed the layup. Looks like Atwood Hammond will have 10 seconds here for one last shot. Shot goes up by Webb, banks it, no good. Schuring has it. Here comes Arthur Levington again. Clayton Hahn. It's a race against the clock. Passes it off. Layup attempt. Jeremy Plank doesn't really get the shot off, but he is fouled in the act of shooting with 0.9 seconds left before halftime.
It wasn't very good execution by both teams there at the end. There's no shot clock in high school basketball. Probably would have been a better decision to run the clock down a little bit farther and then go in and try and take a shot.
Jesse Ruff picks up his second foul. That's the 10th on Atwood Hammond. So we get 2 shots for Jeremy Plank, who misses the front end. 29-16, Arthur Levington. Yeah, here I was talking about holding up for one shot with 30 seconds left. We get like 4 more.
Yeah, they're both run and gun. That's what they're working on, run and gun.
Second free throw's no good. There's a heave that I don't think would count even if it got close. And at the end of the first half, Arthur Levington holds a 29-16 advantage over Atwood Hammond on the DouglasCountyDigest.com High School Basketball Game of the Week.